We're at the Nesquehoning Creek, and I see trout in the creek there. Look at all those trout. Wow. And we're doing the annual trib survey. This is our first stop. All those trout. Saucon Creek, Jim Thorpe. The Lehigh River, Jim Thorpe. Just above the confluence with the Saucon Creek. This is the Saucon Creek in Lehigh. Of course, now it's up at 1.21. It's nice to see the native plants here. We got Joe Pieweed and cardinal flower. There you go. There's the Saucon Creek. Caterpillar in the water here. Must have fallen out of the tree. He's still alive. He's hanging on to that. Alright. Look at you. There you go. You're a little waterlogged. Hopefully you're okay. Saucon Creek and Perryville. There's the Perryville Dam. Doesn't permit trout to migrate from the Lehigh, about 100 yards that way. They get impounded right below the dam there. The Saucon Creek confluence with the Lehigh River right here. This is where the trout hang out, right in here, because it's cold water from the Saucon Creek. Of course, the river is pretty cool right now. It's only 64.6, so okay, so we're at the Lizard Creek in Bowmanstown. There's our bridge. The Lehigh River at Bowmanstown, at Lizard Creek. We're at the Aquashicola Creek in Palmerton. That's the Lehigh River in the distance there. Now this area is ground zero for the Palmerton zinc smelting operations, which resulted in it's a Superfund area. And if you sample this water, you'll get about 0.35 parts per million zinc right off the surface. And if you stir up the bottom, you'll probably get more. So here we are. These are our readings. Oh, let's turn this back up. This is the Lehigh at the Aquashicola Creek confluence over there in Palmerton. These little freshwater clams finding in the stream here. One last quick snapshot of Lehigh River at Aquashicola, 1.09 nitrate. Alright, so this is Trout Creek in Slatington. Alright, so now we're walking out of the Trout Creek area looking for the Lehigh River, which is right over here. That's a good spot right here. By the way, this surveyor handheld unit, this is our first trib survey with this. We used to have a different kind of a handheld that was a Windows based, and it failed and it wouldn't boot up anymore, so the Sierra Club provided funding for this $1,700 unit here, so we're very fortunate to get that grant. Keep our trip survey work going. It's one thing we have to be aware of when we're, which side of the bank we're sampling on, because there could be a difference, and maybe that's a good study for us to do, is left to right at various points to see how much of a variation there is. Alright, let's see what the reading is here in the Lehigh at Trout Creek. I think the maximum temperature will occur right around 1 or 2, and the photosynthesis is in full swing now, and that drives the pH cycle, which drives the dissolved oxygen. So you can see dissolved oxygen all the way up there at 114.9. That's because there's pure oxygen being put into the river by the river algae, and all these rocks have had some algae on them. They all produce oxygen. Pure 100% oxygen goes in the water and drives drives the oxygen above the saturation point. 100% is how much oxygen you get when you shake a bottle with air in it. That's all you can get in there for a given pressure, atmospheric pressure. So we calibrate this, we shake the bottle, it's hard, and then we calibrate it at 100% at this barometric pressure. But here now with photosynthesis going, you have pure oxygen driving that up to 115. And then on the pH, you see it's 7.27. So that's driving up a little bit. At night, that'll be lower because the CO2 in the river gets consumed by the algae, which reduces the amount of carbonic acid in the water, which raises the pH. So we see a diurnal cycle of temperature, dissolved oxygen, and pH all cycle together every day with the sun. Okay, this is Birch Creek in Walnutport. This is the Lehigh River at Trichlers. There's no tributary here, but I'm stopping just to check the level, what the water levels are here. The bald eagle sailing right over. There he is. You can see that one. Alright, this is Fells Creek in Laurie Station. Fells Creek and Laurie Station. This is Spring Creek, Northampton. Northampton Municipal Authority maintains the pond up there. The Hockendaquah Creek in Northampton. At the confluence with the Lehigh. This is the Lehigh at the Hockendaquah in Northampton. There's the Hockendaquah. This is Copley Creek in Copley. Lehigh at Copley Creek in Copley. In Catasauqua. Now the Catasauqua Creek is spring fed, and it might be our coldest tributary of this whole survey. You can see the temperature there is 56.5. I think that takes the record. This is spring water in here, and there's usually trout you can see in this hole right here underneath that giant sycamore. I don't see them here today. They've got a bunch of construction over here, which is probably not helping matters with the trout locally here. This is the Little Lehigh, right at the confluence with the Jordan Creek. The Jordan Creek at the confluence with the Little Lehigh up there by the bridge, and a short distance to the Lehigh from here. This is the combined Little Lehigh and Jordan Creek at the confluence of the Lehigh. It's quite a steep bank. So yeah, lots of fun. Alright, in Allentown at Klein Island, just below the wastewater treatment plant of Allentown. Had to climb down that bank to get here. Oh man. Alright. This is really high for specific conductance on the Lehigh. This is the Lehigh River at Saucon Creek. And that's the Saucon Creek effluent, wastewater effluent. Is pretty high. So this is the wastewater discharge from the Bethlehem treatment plant. This is Saucon Creek in Bethlehem. Alright, now we're back on the Lehigh River on the north side of the river. We have a lower specific conductance, it's 213. So I think it's true that the high conductance that travels on that south bank, because that's where the discharge of the Klein Island wastewater plant goes. And on this side, we don't have as much. So it's 213. Monocacy Creek. Not far from the Lehigh. "5:17 in the afternoon, so let's call it a day." This is care of the Lehigh River Stocking Association and the Lehigh Valley Sierra Club. Matt McConnell signing off. Thank you.